This video is presented by the EA Creator Network. Oh hi there! You're here to have a look at all the gameplay for the Sims 4 Life and Death expansion pack. Well, my name is Alex. I'm an Australian Sims player with the handle WoohooTattoo, and yes, I do have a WoohooTattoo. I do deep dives on all the Sims packs, so don't forget to hit subscribe to keep up to date and follow my socials because I do giveaways. Life and death has risen upon us like a phoenix or a ghost from the grave. So Ravenwood is the world, and we've got 3 areas. First we'll look at Morning Vale. Now Morning Vale is stunning. It's probably my favourite. It is a little bit spooky. In fact, it's probably a lot spooky. Out of all the 3, this is the spookiest. You got the creepy bell tower, the guardian tree, which comes with Alice. You'll meet her later. If you play the game, you definitely will. All the areas have crypts. You can explore them, you can nap in there, all sorts of things you can do. We've got the Baleful Bog. Lots about this later. But how gorgeous is it? Oh, it's just sparkly and pretty and ominous and ethereal. So you can have your out-of-body experience, you can do your rebirth, or you can just swim in here. I decided to bring Erwin along so we could try this one out, and it will actually turn you into a ghost temporarily. Really fun. For a good time. But don't do it too many times because you may stay that way permanently. What else have we got? So we got this fella. Cake. Every area has one of these. This is the Tarot Tome Shrine, and you can look at this and get little quests that will help you on your journey. Next up we have the Afterlife Anonymous, which is one of the new festivals. More on that later. Now let's move over to Crow's Crossing. Now Crow's Crossing doesn't look as spooky as Morning Vale. Or does it? There's a really nice place where you can explore all of the haunted or not so haunted houses. There's nice references to goats. Hi Moppy! So this is Moppy, he's the founder. Apparently someone followed him there and now he is like honourable goat and the saviour. We love you Moppy. Hooray, you didn't die. We also do have this merchant you can buy things from and lots of lore. Absolutely love it. Best part about this new world is all of the like town halls you can click on and it will actually take you to all of the things inside the world. Thank you EA, the best. We got another one of these Tarot Tome Shrines. I can't say that. We've got the Well of Longing and Regret. I regret going there because Edith always screams at me. Best to stay away. And then we've got the cemetery. There are some adorable animations that come with the cemetery. And a bum. But it's pretty. Yeah. Love the cemetery. We'll come back here later. Now let's move on to a Whispering Glen. Yeah. So yeah, this is definitely a place. Not a lot happens here. Apparently there's like ruins and stuff. Yeah, it's very interesting. Lots of collecting and community plots, I guess. There's the pub. The pub's pretty cool, actually. It's kind of a good lot. And then there's this guy. This is the ancestor. He likes to watch you swim around naked. That's not creepy at all. And then, of course, another one of these bad boys, of course. And a bit of this. Yep, there's some of this. I mean, I guess it's just kind of like peaceful and it's a little bit cottagecore. It's pretty. Anyway, let's look at gameplay. So we've got aspirations. So the new aspiration is Ghost Historian, and it kind of like talks you through the gameplay of the actual pack. And I loved doing it because you get to write a horror book, you get to go and look through crypts and talk to ghosts. So much fun. But the main part of this story is all about the soul's journey, and we get to write bucket lists now. These ones will actually come up automatically. Goals will come up every now and then. However, you can also write them. And if your sim has certain traits, like the chased by death, or if they see a ghost, or if they go to the afterlife festival, they'll be able to choose their own bucket list, which I just think is awesome because I'm really into journaling right now, and this is just so cool. As your sim finishes these bucket list items, they will complete their soul's journey. Now, wills. This guy clearly doesn't want to be here, and neither do I. But here's our will. We need to have a will and testament when we die, apparently, otherwise what happens to our fortune? So this is how we're going to update our will now. So you can send your household simoleons to someone. You can tell them what you're going to do with the remains. You can choose your funeral activities, which I think is really cool. And when you do the funeral, it's kind of more like a, you know, when you have like a wedding and you have to follow the prompts, it's kind of like that. And we have beautiful new urns and tombstones. That's really cool. That's probably the main part of this pack that I love the most. Now we're going to talk about heirlooms. So say you really like this clock and you want to send it to your next of kin. You can literally save anything for your next of kin. And I mean anything. Now we're going to talk about careers. And there's technically 2 careers with one that has 2 different branches. We've got the Grim Reaper career, and then we've got the Undertaker career. The Undertaker career is more of a rabbit hole career where you have to go to work, and then there's 2 different branches at the end. You've got Funeral Director and Mortician. They both have unlockables like career outfits and stuff. But let's have a look at the Reaper career, because this is the active career, and I am loving this. I'm a big fan of the active careers. I love them. And look at this workspace. I mean, come on. The atmosphere, the facilities, gorgeous. And you're allowed to take your pets to work. This is my new crow. He's my babe. If you don't mind spiders, I guess. But it is a bit of a tricky job. Sometimes you have to deal with those really big emotions, you know? And you get to choose whether you revive or collect souls. So this time I chose revive because I kind of felt bad for the guy. Abracadabra. Oh. Well, that doesn't normally happen, I promise. But we do have a souls quota. If you reach your souls quota at the end of the week, you do get a reward. So we better get to reaping. At the end of the workday, you will send off your souls to the Netherworld. Nether region? Netherworld? It's all part of the job, really. Oh yeah, and then there's this part of the job too. I really like that they've got this kind of like satire office vibe too. It's just hilarious. It's kind of like, gives that corporate sort of style 9 to 5. And yeah, the boss will always walk around and keep on your toes. All part of a day's work. Oh, when you finish, you get the Death's Touch. So you can basically break any object and fix it. So to go with the new career, we've got the new Thanatology skill. And Thanatology is all about learning about death and loss. And it's just a really cool skill. You can learn it from the computer or from reading books. We've got new rewards. Yes, I love a reward. 2 new rewards. We've got the sexy undead cow plant. I told you he'd come back. So you can have one of them growing in your garden and scare your neighbours. Or you can have the tarot deck. Now let's talk about tarot for just a second. We have a new collection. It is the tarot cards. Now you can buy a basic deck of tarot cards and you can do nightly or daily drawings. And I kind of like this because as you do your drawing, it kind of gives you another goal to kind of work for, and it adds to your sort of wants or whatever. So she says she wants to win a competitive game. Cool. And it also gives you a buff. Some people are hating on it. I think it's really cool. Then you can also unlock secret ones. And when you get the full deck, something special happens. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you. You have to find out on your own. Now we've got the festivals, and the festivals are kind of really important, especially if you want to unlock all of those tarot cards. So we've got the Family Day, which happens in Crow's Crossing, and this is all about catching frogs and this guy. Yep. We've got the new specters, and then there's also someone there who is a crow expert, apparently. Then we've got the Thin Festive Vale, and this one is held in Morning Vale, up by the pretty tree. And you can meet the tarot girl, she's lovely. And Alice if you want to too. Then we've also got the Full Moon Revelry, and when it is full moon, it's all about getting naked, baby. It's okay, she's already dead, she's not gonna die. You're fine. Get naked, because the guy's got his eyes closed. We also have some other little things as well, like the Try Before You Die casket sale, where you can literally try before you die. There's other little festivals and stuff around the place, but I'll let you find them on your own. Yes, I'll take that one, thank you. Cthulhu. You think about dying soon? Maybe I'll be a ghost. And there's so many coffins to choose from. I really like this idea. But maybe we're ready? Maybe not yet. Look, I'm really trying here, okay? I built a lot to try and kill my sim. I even have the Chase by Death trait, and this is what comes up. Close encounter with death. If you provoke this crow, he really hates you. So I tried that way, because this is one of the new deaths in the game. But believe it or not, that didn't kill me either. I just kept getting resurrected, so I had to cheat the game, and she died by kill a rabbit. Anyway, we can become playable ghost, or a free roaming ghost. Now, I don't want to be a free roaming ghost, so I am going to be a playable ghost, because we're going to do the Soul's Journey and unlock the Ghost Mastery. And why not celebrate at the Club Eternity nightclub? So this is the Ghost Mastery panel. So as you use your ghost abilities, you'll be able to unlock, and you can either be a good ghost or a bad ghost. Will you take the blue pill or the red pill? We've also got some differently named needs, which I think are hilarious. But first of all, I needed to go to Afterlife Anonymous because it was so important to get all these like frustrations out. Hey, hang, who's that? You get some clothes on. I can see straight through you. Anyway, I also realized that however the sim dies, it appears in their chest, and I thought it was hilarious that now she's got a bunny. So we've got some new woohoo, and I wouldn't be WoohooTattoo without showing you the new woohoo. If you are a ghost, you can woohoo with anybody, whether they are a ghost or not, and do transcendent woohoo. And I think it is just gorgeous. And they can woohoo everywhere. And I mean everywhere. What a load of rubbish. Oh, I had to, sorry. And I mean, the coffins aren't just for sleeping in, you know. Room for two. So yes, you can also woohoo in the coffin, and it's very sort of reminiscent of the vampire's coffin woohoo. That's fine. Technically there are 3 different types of woohoo in this new pack, so I'm grateful. The WoohooTattoo is satisfied. Sexually, no. Grateful, yes. So what else can ghosts do? We have a new channel where they can be hypnotized by a screen. You can unlock abilities to scare sims. You can possess things to break them, or you can just possess things. Unfortunately, I feel like the sims don't have much of a reaction to ghosts, like I would be. But as you unlock more and more abilities, you can either be a good or a bad ghost. And I had to go cause some mayhem on land grabs because they deserve it. I just left some horse poo on there. They can woohoo in that later. We have a new little froggy. Look at him. He's so cute. I love the death frog. And there's a cool little thing you can do with the death frog. You can actually make this boiling death frog hot pot. So if you're a ghost and you eat this, you get a little buff. It actually replenishes your ghost stamina. But if you're a normal dude, like Grim, I guess, and you eat it, you turn into a ghost. Just temporarily. You can also pass down your traits, which I thought was really cool. Interesting. The grave has a lot of options on it. They've also updated the urns, so you can turn it on and off whether you want to. And this is how you plan your funeral if you are a single sim. It took me so long to find this. And this is just like planning your old party. You're going to invite the people that you want to be there. You can hire mourners, like literally you can hire people to come and cry at your funeral. How amazing is that? I will be not doing that. You can choose the attire, you can choose the color, and then you can select the activities. Now, the ones that have the little icon of the scroll, they're the ones that were in the will. So you know what the sim had already wished for. So let's go to the cemetery and get this started. The cemetery is already well equipped. You can change the frame and customize it. Not as much customization as, say, the wedding pack, which I was a little bit upset for, but you know what, it's fine, it's fine. And one thing that really peeved me off is that you can't change the frame to your own picture. So I just used someone that looked like me, whatever. Also, make sure you put the urn or tombstone into the coffin, otherwise you can't do the things. But it was a nice ceremony. Nice. You can also select on the podium and do all the funeral things, like eulogize mournfully, have a moment, and then you can like have drinks and stuff. Oh yeah, I cried at my own funeral. It was very sad. And then we went outside and lit candles. It was beautiful. Another moment of silence. And I really appreciate this girl rocking up in a sparkly shirt and having the giggles. And what's the best way to just finalize your own funeral by having some ghostly woohoo in a crypt? Ladies and gentlemen, the third woohoo. Which is just a boring rabbit hole, but yeah, we have 3, okay? And there are crypts everywhere, so there are lots of options for woohoo in here, okay? Spicy. Now I'm just finishing up some unfinished business here, don't mind me. And now my soul's journey is complete. Dreams are fulfilled, newfound purpose, and the opportunity for rebirth. One last kiss for my sweetheart before we go and walk into the baleful bog for rebirth. So I was really excited to do this because I've been playing this sim for ages and I hate it when my sims die, especially my self-sim. So I was so excited to be able to relive this life. So yes, we're going to rebirth. So the cool thing about rebirth is it's just going to put this blank canvas. You choose the house that you're going to rebirth into, and then it sends you straight to create a sim, and you can create any age and start wherever you want. And any old relationships that you had, if you find them in the game, in the same save, they'll have this like connection. And I just think that's awesome. Of course, I had to choose the cute ghost lesbians. I don't know if they're lesbians, but they are now. And here I am as a cute little baby. That's me. Hi. Well, if you've stayed this long, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Stay tuned for some outtakes. Silly bits. What is that? Oh, it's a rabbit head. Grim's got a sexy booty. And you know I had to do the poo-poo woohoo. Thank you guys so much for being here. My name is Alex. WoohooTattoo. Woohoo poo-poo woohoo tattoo. Hit subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks. Bye.